Forget fairy tales. Bridgerton Season 4 is about to deliver something deeper. Real romance, masked intrigue, and high-stakes social games that could change everything. And yes, the masquerade ball, it's going to flip the entire story on its head. We might not need Lady Whistledown to spill the secrets this time, because everything worth knowing about Season 4 is already out there. With Netflix confirming the premiere for 2026, the buzz has officially begun, and the drama is delicious. One of the biggest early reveals is a captivating sneak peek of Benedict Bridgerton, played by Luke Thompson, catching sight of a dazzling woman cloaked in silver at one of Lady Bridgerton's famed masquerade balls. What he doesn't yet realize is that the mysterious figure is none other than Sophie Beck, brought to life by Yarne Ha. It's the kind of moment that stops time, enchanting, charged, and unforgettable. After 3 seasons in the wings as the charming, artistic second son, Benedict is finally stepping into the spotlight. His love story begins right at the top of the season when he meets Sophie, a woman with strength, wit, and a quiet determination. Their connection is immediate and electric, and from what we've seen so far, it's set to be a journey that stirs every emotion. But there's more to this season than romance alone. Newly released photos tease not only Benedict's rise but the return of familiar bonds and the introduction of fresh friendships. Among the highlights is the much-anticipated reunion between Eloise and Penelope, who are once again promenading through London side by side. Showrunner Jess Brownell has shared that their friendship has evolved significantly since last season's rift. Both have grown, matured, and now find themselves closer than ever. And it shows in every moment they share on screen. At the same time, 2 new characters are making their entrance into Mayfair society. Sisters Rosamond and Posey Lee, portrayed by Michelle Mao and Isabel Way. They're stepping into the Bridgerton world for the first time, visiting Eloise and her younger sister Hyacinth. But don't mistake them for side characters. They're ones to watch. Raised by their mother, Lady Araminta Gunn, to master the marriage market, the girls arrive prepared, though in very different ways. Rosamond is composed and strategic, practically a reflection of her mother. She knows the game and plays it well. Posey, on the other hand, is far more carefree and whimsical, a trait that often puts her at odds with her mother's rigid expectations. Rosamond and Araminta are so single-minded in their ambitions that they hardly notice the Bridgertons. That is, until Benedict begins to draw attention. And speaking of fan-favorite moments, Bridgerton lovers were recently treated to even more news during the 2025 Season of Love event, hosted by Queen Charlotte herself, Golda Rosheuvel. Celebrated on Valentine's Day, the event offered tantalizing previews of the opulent costumes set to appear at the masquerade ball, plus deeper hints about what the season holds. Fans of previous seasons will be pleased to hear that Kate Bridgerton, who stole hearts in Season 2, is making a return, helping to bridge the old with the new as more characters and plots are introduced. Among the new settings is Benedict's personal sanctuary in the countryside, charmingly named My Cottage, where some of the most pivotal scenes will unfold far from the watchful eyes of London society. If you've scrolled through the Season 4 teaser images, you've already glimpsed the rich visuals, extravagant new gowns, candid moments between returning favorites, and behind-the-scenes peeks that promise depth and drama. But at its heart, the season focuses on Benedict, a man who's long relished his independence and sworn off the constraints of marriage, especially after watching his brothers walk down the aisle. That all changes one fateful night when he meets a woman who entrances him from the Mo. Season 4 also expands the world with fresh characters, including Lady Araminta Gunn, played by Katie Leung. Twice widowed and unrelentingly ambitious, Araminta is on a mission to secure a top-tier marriage for at least one of her daughters. She's blunt, clever, and doesn't care who she has to outmaneuver to get what she wants. Her older daughter, Rosamond, is her pride, beautiful, polished, and laser-focused on Benedict as her prize. She knows how society works and plans to win it. Posey, however, is a gentle soul who struggles under her mother's harsh gaze. She's kind and open-hearted, but she's often dismissed, which only pushes her to carve her own unpredictable path. And the good news doesn't end there. 2 more familiar faces are returning in bigger ways this season: Emma Naomi as Alice Mondrich and Hugh Sachs as Brimsley. Their expanded roles are sure to delight longtime fans who've followed their quiet contributions through the seasons. Put all of this together, and you've got a season bursting with potential. Romantic twists, secret identities, sibling bonds, social tension, and a lead couple whose chemistry could rival any before them. With Benedict finally stepping into his role as the romantic hero, Season 4 promises to be one of the most emotionally satisfying chapters yet. Sure, the wait until 2026 might feel like forever, but these glimpses are more than enough to keep fans counting the days. So polish your silverware, pour yourself a fancy cup of tea, or maybe even grab a monocle, because Bridgerton Season 4 is preparing to serve up the perfect storm of charm, scandal, and sweeping romance once again. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have suggestions for future videos, we'd love to hear them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop. And of course, feel free to share your thoughts about what you're most excited to see in Season 4. We'll see you in the next one.